With all the, with everything that's been going on with the Livingston Road going through, I find it a very strange coincidence that Regional Road 81 has all of a sudden been tarred and gravel from Casablanca to Oaks Road, which is the exact area in question of the woodlot and everything. And this is addressed to Mr. Bentley. In your opening statement, you said you were in favor of the absolute best use for taxpayers' money. Can you give us a reasonable and believable explanation for this colossal waste of money doing tar and chip, which is not as good as the original road that we covered a week ago? And also, is it true that from Regional Road 81 from Oaks Road, is there a plan to resurface that down to the town line at a further cost of $300+ million of our taxpayers' money? Is that fair?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that question over to Bob because you directed at him, but I'm going to invite the other candidates to also provide an answer on what they would do if they were in the same position. I think that's the best way to get a feel for all of our candidates this evening. Bob, if you'd like to start.
Okay, thank you. There were two parts to that question. One around the tar and chip that was done. Certainly we don't agree with that being the best solution for that roadway. It was tar and chip to start with. When the EA is completed, they will determine the capacity of each of the roads and then what actual road construction needs to be done, but it has to be completely redone. There's another section of the roadway that is from Oaks Road to our boundary that is currently at urban standards. It has sewers, it has curb and gutter, and that is going to be resurfaced for sure, but to that standard because that's what is existing. The section that you were speaking about between Casablanca and Oaks Road is currently tar and chip. They've tried a new mesh to buy a little bit of time because to reconstruct the road costs you more than 10 times to shave and pave. They're not allowed to shave and pave that section because the whole road bed needs to be done. Before they spend money on doing that, they need to know exactly what they need to do to the road, and then they spend the money once instead of spending it, digging it up, and then re-spending money again. So that's sort of the logic behind it, but we don't agree with the job that was done, for sure. And we voiced that concern right the day it was done, and at the very next council meeting of regional council, both regional councilors Zimmerman and myself, very vocal about, one, the job that was done, and two, there was no notification the job was going to be done. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, Tony, if I could ask you, how would you address that question if you were mayor?
Well, I think we know my stance on spending money. I don't want to spend a dime. If it's an absolute necessity, we should take care of it. And I think that's actually leads me to a good point. I think we need to have a list of our needs and a list of our wants, and let's put our wants away and just deal with our needs. If the road needs to be expanded, let's expand it. If it needs to be fixed, let's fix it. I don't like the idea of patching things in or touching them up for now or carry us over. We're still spending good money after bad. Even if it's a Band-Aid, 5 years from now, we're going to rip it up. Let's get it done with, let's do it now. If the roads out to town line have to be brought up to newer standards, let's do it. As Mr. Bentley just pointed out, it's urban standard now. I think the road can be fixed. Let's fix it. I'm not about wasting money, so to answer your question, no tar and chip Band-Aid, no, no, no. Fix the road, widen it. If that's what we need, that's what we should do. Thank you.
Robert.
I can't speak for my siblings, but my mother didn't bring up any fools here. Now, they're doing this environmental assessment, okay, and they're spending all the money, but technically they can't do anything because of the Greenbelt, legislation, is protected land. So why are they spending the money on that if it comes up for review in 2015, as far as I understand? And then they do a piss poor job on regional roads there, and it's just like, okay, it sounds like they already have their idea of what they want to do, but they're just kind of giving us sort of the, the token, okay, you guys can have your meeting, you guys can wave your signs and things like that, but I have a feeling that they're already planning to do what they want to do, and they're just kind of giving us that little piecemeal type of, all right, guys, well, we'll just kind of please the natives once in a while. So this is where I have a lot of questions, just like a lot of my fellow citizens.
Well, I guess part of this process, I got an email from a constituent that told me that they were spending $345,000 on the new resurfacing from Oaks Road to the boundaries. Why are they doing that? I don't know, because I think that road is very good compared to what's between Casablanca and Oaks Road. I guess what bothers me more than anything else, somebody in the background, and I don't know where it is, but I intend on finding out, is why do they want to exchange the extension that goes through the woodlot for number 8 highway? You know how many bumps there is on number 8 highway? We don't have to have speed bumps. We've got good speed bumps there already. For every sewer that they fixed, starting down in Kerman Avenue, there's bumps. Like, that road is actually worse than any certainly worse than what's from Oaks Road to the exterior of number 8. What can we do about it? I think we need to have that communication again. And again, I go back to transparency. Where is it all? Why does staff know about it? I phoned staff the day they did that tar and chip, and they knew exactly what was going on. We need transparency. We need transparency with the region, as well as staff, to every alderman, to the mayor. And that's what we need.